in between the Shun Tak Centre on the Connaught Road here, and you may think, oh my sainted aunt, what a place, how can things grow here? And you'll be absolutely right, not a lot of things can grow very well here. But here, ta-da! We've got this amazing tree, which is hang on in there. I mean, because it's a really windy place as well, these trees here have hung on in there, and of course, guess what? Right, it's Ficus microcarpa. So there's a Ficus microcarpa there in the planting area. In the tree pits, you know, struggling away in the tree pits, are some Cinnamomum camphora. They're not looking very happy there. It's a pretty windswept place here. But there's another ficus a little bit further on that I also want to mention to you. Crikey, what's going on here? And that is this one. Right? Isn't that tremendous? And this is another ficus. This is Yong, right? This is Ficus virens. And this is a real, really amazing tree. It can get absolutely massive. I would say it can get even bigger than, or as big as, certainly, a Ficus microcarpa. And look at that root system. I mean, look at how the roots are really, you can really see what I'm talking about here, about these trees being surface rooting. You can see the same phenomenon on the Ficus microcarpa over there as well. But on the Ficus virens, this is very distinctive. I mean, no shrubs are going to last very long under a Ficus virens. Now then, this tree has just come into leaf. It's deciduous or semi-deciduous, and 2 weeks ago it had no leaves on it, or few leaves on it, and suddenly, bang, all the new leaves come out. So I didn't get to catch it when the leaves were actually just breaking out, because it just seems to happen in a day or two. But suddenly it goes from bare to in full leaf. It's a fantastic tree. Really, really tough. And as you can see, I mean, if you plant that in a tree pit, I mean, you're asking for trouble, I mean, it needs a lot of space to get into a big tree. I mean, when was the Shun Tak Centre built? Late 80s. So this will probably be 30 years old, something like that. Let's have a closer look at the leaves so we can just actually see what they look like. Okay, so we've got very conveniently for me, we've got various sprouts coming out of the trunk of the tree, so you can see what the foliage looks like. And being a ficus, you can see it's got that little sort of leaf wrapped up. Next one's going to come out soon. So this is Ficus virens. Hang on, let me just get off here. And can grow to a very, very large size. So if you're looking for just a massive, magnificent tree, you can't do much better than Ficus virens. But just remember, it needs a lot of space. Mind you, I mean, that's why it survived, because it's so vigorous and it's so tough, right? So it survived here in this very, not just survived, but grown actually very well, even in this very challenging environment. So you sort of sometimes have to balance, if you've got a very, very tough environment like this, then no tree will be able to fulfill its full potential. And those weaker species simply just will not make it at all. So you have to kind of make an educated balance between, putting in a vigorous species, which normally would be too strong to put in a situation like this, as opposed to some other species, which, things like Bauhinia and Senna sirotensis, a total waste of time down here. If you want impact, then Ficus virens.